supplements, health foods, beauty aids, and natural pet products available. Since 1972, the Cohen family has dedicated themselves to providing the best, most complete selection of natural health products available, as well as the most amazing customer service staff we could imagine. My dad and mom, as well as Vanessa, Susan, Darcy, and Margot, our licensed nutritionists, have well over 100 combined years experience and are here 7 days a week. When you shop at Nutrition World, you support a locally owned, family-run business, the largest of its kind in the area. So shop local, shop healthy, and shop at Nutrition World today. We're at the northeast corner of PGA Boulevard and Prosperity Farms Road. Use the Prosperity entrance into the Harbor Financial Center near Carr Mines. Call 626-4377. That's 626-4377. Or visit nutritionworld.com.
Hi there, it's Steve DeSmit from Will Floor You. Going on right now, only through September 16th, is our store-wide clearance sale on a huge assortment of in-stock carpet, tile, laminate, and waterproof vinyl planks. I have marked down these great floors to give you the floor you want at way less than you imagine. Select from great floors by America's Best, Shaw, Mohawk, Maslin, Southwind, Mannington, all the best at remarkably low prices. Hurry into our stores in Jupiter and Stewart and let us floor you with great service, prices, and assortment. In Jupiter on Alternate A1A, in Stewart on Federal Highway and Monroe Street, just south of Super Walmart, and we'll floor you, FLA.com.
900 AM, the talk of the Palm Beaches.
Broadcasting live, this is KMA Talk Radio. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of fine cigars. With your hosts, Honest Abe, the lovely Lady M, and Adam K. the Brewmeister. Listen to the show anywhere in the free world at KMATalkRadio.com.
I like to smoke them like Sir Winston Churchill, like John Kennedy, yeah. Remember Coach Red Auerbach, smoked up for victory, yeah. Well, you can take my wife, you can take my car, but you can't take my big cigar. My cigar.
Good morning, loyal listeners, libertarians, lovers of the leaf, and everyone across the sea to shining sea. Welcome back to another exciting edition of KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. It is a pleasure to be back with you this morning. And with me, of course,
for our post-apocalyptic show.
Yes, we all survived.
Yes, everyone's planner and purveyor of great things, Honest Abe.
Good morning.
And the lovely Erica.
No, morning mistress.
No one told me.
Well, I think I like mistress of morning radio.
Mistress of morning radio.
Yes, the mistress of
The
morning
mistress
radio.
of morning
The mistress
radio.
of morning radio.
Well, she hasn't officially picked yet, unless you just did.
Well, I don't know, but that's the one I like.
I know. Yeah,
too.
no, it's settled in now. That's
So basically, you would like me to refer to you as the mistress of morning radio, Erica.
yes.
I think she wants everybody to refer to her that way.
Yes, I do.
Just the mistress.
The mistress. Mm. Oh, it's
So,
just so wonderful.
You ran out of town for the hurricane.
No,
boogied-
hold that. Whoa.
you
Time.
you
Hold
boogied
on.
out.
No.
You boogied out.
No. Wait a minute now. Hold on. The whole state of Florida was gone
you're
by
a-
Monday
you're a
afternoon,
fleer.
the week before.
And she's a native.
I am
You're
a native.
fleer.
Whoa! See, this is so not right. I was totally calm.
I mean, the whole state of Florida. Everybody I knew stayed.
No.
Paul fled.
Yeah, I did.
Are
You're
you
another
kidding me?
fleer.
Dick.
I had so many people who went out of the state. Are you kidding me? The roads were ridiculous.
I sat outside for most of the hurricane.
Do you remember,
You were inland enough, though.
What are you talking about? The thing came right up the middle of the state.
It's
Yeah,
more dangerous,
exactly.
but the most dangerous part is the surge. Not necessarily the wind.
The most dangerous part is wherever you are,
Says the guy
Paul.
who left.
I know. He's such a little coward.
I mean, listen.
I lived through Sandy and almost died, so I ran away.
So I ran away.
But see, you know what people don't realize? You didn't go through Sandy here, did you?
No, I went through Sandy. I went through Sandy in New York, so
See,
we had 4 feet of water in our house.
That's the kind of argument. It's not an argument. It's the point I kind of point out that a lot of people
Yeah.
don't realize is Florida is still like a baby new state. Most of the construction, the buildings are all built in the last 20 years.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
They built this state to handle
Hurricanes.
hurricane force winds.
Yeah.
I mean, really, for the most part,
Since Andrew
whatever,
came around?
whatever hasn't had hurricane force winds
Is gone.
It's kind of
It's
been
gone.
gone already.
Yeah. Those wood construction homes are few and far between
very
around
few
here.
and far between. So I mean, literally, we stayed in our home and we had a little lanai outside. We just kept taking breaks and going outside, and the wind is swirling and everything's going on, and we're just watching it from the lanai.
Did you smoke cigars during
Absolutely.
the? Oh, you should have taken
Obviously.
pictures.
Yeah,
If you have pictures, send them to
really
me.
wasn't thinking of a social media moment during the hurricane.
Brandy, if
but-
you have
Well,
pictures, send them
listen.
to me.
You couldn't post anything when the hurricane was done. There was no
Because of the flood of the cellular service.
But even still, days later, like I was in Lake Placid, and like a day after the storm hit, I didn't get any messages. And then I'd call somebody, and it would ring out, and I'd be able to get on the phone, and like 10 seconds later, deet, 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 and it'd hang up on me. It's like you were being limited.
My parents called me more in 24, 40 hours. I've heard them in the last 6 months.
Yeah, same here. Like,
I'm not kidding.
Family members come out of the woodwork, right?
And I'm like, Mom, what do you think happened in the last 3 hours? I mean, I'm still sitting here. Everything's all right.
Yes, Mom.
Where are we going?
The power's still off.
It's
this is what's
funny.
happening. I'm fine.
The power, that's crazy. How
What
it's
did you
still,
do?
Like,
I was hanging out at the house.
You ever lose power?
Oh yeah, we lost it Sunday morning at 4 o'clock, and got it back somewhere between Thursday night at 11:30 and 4 a.m.
You know, that's the one thing people don't realize. Honestly, 95% of the time, the most annoying thing is
the power outages.
Well, it's the psychosis and anarchy before the hurricane.
Yes.
People getting in fights in gas stations and
Oh my,
grocery
they
stores.
were insane.
And nuts. And then afterwards.
Yes.
You know, the no electric, the no gas, the people don't know. Driving post-hurricane was more dangerous than the hurricane.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Driving on the roads here in Florida after the hurricane because people don't know how to
Four-way stops for
Oh my God, there's no light? What do I do? Oh God.
Oh, this means everybody gets to go all at once.
It's crazy. You know what's funny is because you got the people who are just aggressive and just trying to go as quickly as possible.
Yes.
But the unaggressive people are just as dangerous.
They
Go,
wait.
stop. Go, stop. Then they stop dead in the middle of the intersection. Like they don't know what to do. Like, oh my God. No, it's
so
dangerous.
true.
Yeah, it's
there was a
bad.
post on Facebook about that. Like, we can handle category whatever hurricanes, but four-way stops. Not so
Yeah,
much.
There's still lights out.
Yeah.
By my
Yeah,
house, there's
there are.
big
And
intersections with no lights.
There's a big, like, 8-lane intersection, Hypelux on Congress, and it's been out. And every night when I'm driving home, I get to, like, I got to find
do
another
this.
way home.
I know.
But I do it every night because it's forced a habit. Last night it was finally on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes, and mine wasn't yet on Palm Beach Lakes. It's still
not on.
out.
Yeah,
a bunch
it's
of
bad.
lights.
Yeah,
Bad,
no.
bad.
Down in Boca, there's still a lot of lights out,
But
too. What about the curfew?
let's knock on wood. It could have been a lot worse.
Of
The
course,
state of
of
Florida
course.
pretty much, you know. I mean,
There's a lot of
it looked-
damage,
it looked-
though.
I mean, it looked like there might not have been a state left the way that thing was coming
Yeah.
for a while
Right.
there. So
No, but
No
I mean,
one's
honestly,
complaining.
I mean, I know the buildings, you know, they're standing, obviously. After Hurricane Andrew, the code changed, and it's, you know, pretty much set up like you said. But how many trees?
Oh,
so
foliage
many
all over, yeah.
trees
Foliage.
down, just gone. Huge trees,
I know we're good when the birds came back.
right? It's
Well,
right.
I
The
saw
day
your
before,
post.
It's
Because
nothing
there was
when
no
they leave.
signs of life.
No,
And they
nothing.
know.
Because
They
like
do.
even outside our storefront, there's these like lizards that you could put a saddle on.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah.
these
Right.
gargantuan lizards.
Like
no
early
birds, no lizards, nothing. It's
That's
like every form of life like left.
Yes.
Actually,
They
a
were
bunch of birds
hiding.
flying through during the hurricane.
Well,
Really?
Those
Yeah.
were the special
Yeah.
ones. They
Yes.
got weeded out.
That was the short bus birds. Yeah.
Adam,
you know.
Adam has some good video from the hurricane too, from his front entranceway.
Really?
Oh yeah,
yeah?
we were
He
hanging out
showed
in the
me
front entryway, hanging
course you
out,
were.
watching them. Yeah, what else was I gonna do? There's no power.
Oh my
I-
gosh!
I went for a
no,
walk when after the rain stopped. When it was still blowing. It was
Hey,
great.
next time you want to take my kids?
No.
No, we
Sure.
had enough kids in my house.
Come on, come on.
We had everybody.
Come on.
Like my in-laws. Half my in-laws were in my house.
Four
gonna be a-
days of children cooped up inside.
No. It's going to be a fantastic show. Craig Reynolds, president of Cigars International.
First time on
guy.
KMA Radio, I believe. Yeah.
He's a very interesting guy. Got
Super
a lot of
interesting
interesting
guy.
things to say.
Super nice
Right.
guy, actually. I know him personally.
I
Very
know.
Down to earth guy.
Absolutely.
Happy to have him on today.
It'll be a great show. We here at KMA Talk Radio, we like to give great stuff away. Every week we have our good friends over at Zycar give away the Zycar Caption Contest prize. Last week, congratulations to Saul Gutierrez of Melrose, Illinois.
I actually really like this caption content. This was a good one, and the quote was pretty funny.
a pic of a guy with fire coming out his butt. Taco Tuesdays are great, but Wednesday mornings are killer.
That's pretty good. Actually.
That is really
If you want to take home a great Zycar prize this week, head over to the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page. Participate in this week's caption contest for the tiny photo of a cigar and a martini umbrella.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
All thanks to Paul. Good job.
Yeah, I know.
It's
That
very
wa-
hurricane
that wasn't
apropos,
in our
I feel.
meeting last night.
Yeah,
was
Yeah,
it
it
was.
was. You
God,
said it was,
listen.
and you said it was a good one.
Did I?
Yeah,
No.
Abe, you
No?
you were pulling
yeah.
in like a bunch of different
no,
directions.
I never saw that. The fire one was a good one. I said last week. You're
That's the
wrong.
one I gave you yesterday.
No, I didn't
That's
see
the
it
exact
yesterday.
paper you had.
I understand. Didn't see it yesterday.
All right.
This is what we have. It'll be great. So if you want to win a great Zycar Exo cutter in Chopper Orange, a $100 value, head over to the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page and post your best caption.
Did you say chopper orange?
Yeah.
It's
what
a
it
brand new
says.
color.
Oh.
Yeah.
What color is chopper orange?
It's-
Orange?
Well, it's
Like a
it's
chopper,
a
maybe,
bright
I don't know.
orange.
It's almost like a copper orange, like a metallic orange. I think that's like it looks like it's a metallic paint on a
They
bike.
have this
So
whole,
it's not actually
they have
copper,
this whole
it really
new
is
line
chopper?
of stuff that's referred to as the chopper series.
Oh,
as
really?
well. Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of the new lighters are coming out in these special colors.
Chopper blue?
The EXO, yeah.
All right.
The chopper orange is cool. It's almost like speckled with like metallic. It's cool.
Nice.
Every week here at KMA Talk Radio, we like to offer up a 5-pack of cigars from our good friends over at Recluse Cigars. Last week we asked you, what is your favorite fan-created name for Erica? 38.5% said Morning Mistress.
Wow.
26.9% said the Kratom Queen.
That was mine. I said the Kratom Queen.
19.2%
But
for
it didn't win.
KMA's Sweet E. 11% for Miss Erica D. And 3.8% nobody really liked Erica Danielle.
Clearly.
Yeah, your name sucks.
I know.
Nobody likes your name.
Way to tell me it's a horrible
Crappy name.
Thanks, Mom.
Wow.
Congratulations to Brett Valid of Tecumesh, Michigan. He's taking home a 5-pack.
Tecumseh?
Tecumseh.
Tecumseh?
It is
Tecumseh?
Tecumseh.
Tecumseh? Is that what you're trying to say?
Tecumesh.
Tecumseh.
Tecumseh?
Yeah.
Who knew?
Tecumesh.
I thought
because
maybe
it's just
I thought
dyslexic.
maybe I was gonna get yelled
Yeah, I
at.
think you have to start putting cities and phonetics for Adam, you know. So
I
we don't have to
I
hear
thought maybe I was gonna get yelled at because I mistyped it or something, and I'm like, no, that's Tecumseh.
Tecumesh.
I don't know.
Tecumseh.
You'd think I'd know, being from there,
You
how to
would
say this.
You
think.
should.
But I've never heard of it.
You've never heard of Tecumseh?
No.
The word? Never really.
No, I don't even know where it is.
I've never
Wow.
been there, and I've heard of it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never. Listen, I couldn't even
You've
have
heard
told you that Tecumseh was in Michigan, but I've heard the word Tecumseh.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard it
Because it's
before.
such an odd word. If you hear it once, you never forget it.
I've never heard it.
Tecumseh.
Never heard it either. I'm right there with you.
Okay,
You're
there
not
we go.
alone.
Well,
If you want to take home a 5-pack of Recluse Cigars, head over to the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page. Participate in this week's poll. How useful do you feel is the media for hurricane coverage? 1, I find it very useful. 2, no, I don't find it useful because the coverage is overhyped. 3, no idea. I was watching Netflix.
Because I'm going to tell you, the media, they should take all the media people and just put them on an island and let the hurricane go there. And let them all watch their own coverage. Because I literally refuse to watch media. All I did, every now and then I just want a little update. I come off my DVR, whatever.
Yes.
But here's the thing. I start at the first station. Nope, stupid. Next station. Nope, dumber. Next station. Nope, dumber. I mean, they're so frustrating to listen to. The drama's disgusting. And my favorite is like death-defying situation. Go home, run away, flee. But dude, you're standing out there. I mean, how bad is it? You're standing right there doing the news. I mean, what are you, some like Superman that, you know, oh yeah, I could be here?
I went to journalism school.
Oh.
I can go stand out in the rain.
They are so bad. And I loved how they struggled after the hurricane, especially some of the people here, like in Palm
Oh,
Beach County.
what are they going to talk about now?
They had nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
They're looking for, look, we have palm leaves all over the ground. And their stop sign, look, it's shaking. It's lost its like durability in the ground. It was pathetic. It was pathetic, man.
Oh, it's horrible.
I hate.
There's a fence down in Naples.
Yes.
Exactly, man. They're just like dying for something to talk about now.
So true.
The only guy, and I'm not a big fan of CNN, but he was the only guy who I heard who had anything logical to say. He's like, look, if you haven't figured it out by now,
Right.
the only thing we can tell you is where it is right now.
Right.
And what the wind speed is right,
Right
now. After that, you know.
Anderson Cooper?
No.
You talking about, or just the CNN?
No, some CNN
Oh,
news
okay.
guy. I saw it on social media, actually. It was like the most like logical, sane thing I heard any broadcaster say during the hurricane.
It's true. I
So
mean,
make
how
su-
many different predictions?
Make sure you head over to the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page, post your caption in this week's poll, or cast your vote in this week's poll, and we will give you the opportunity to win a 5-pack of Recluse Cigars.
Sure.
It'll be fantastic. All right, when we come back, we are going to talk to Craig Reynolds, president of Cigars International. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Nat Sherman is the leading American luxury brand in premium cigars. From the classic range of the Metropolitan and Host selections to the transformative Timeless collection, their elegant Sterling and limited edition offerings, or the bold and commemorative 1930 blend Andy Polka. Everyone has the opportunity to enjoy a Nat Sherman experience. Family owned and operated since 1930, Nat Sherman's tradition of innovation and commitment to excellence reminds us why America's Nat Sherman brand is known as tobacconist to the world.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, Taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only nonprofit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
Quality and value are always the 2 biggest determining factors for consumers when making buying decisions. Casa Bella by Sindicato Cigars offers superior flavor, quality construction, and an affordable everyday price. Completely handmade in the Dominican Republic, these value-priced, smooth yet flavorful cigars are comprised of Dominican and Nicaraguan filler tobaccos, and they're available in natural and Maduro wrappers. Visit sindicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Casa Bella cigars.
The Oliva family, makers of some of the most affordable yet highest rated premium cigars available. For 7 straight years, Cigar Aficionado has rated Oliva as one of the best cigars, and in 2014, the Serie V Melanio Figurado was crowned as #1 cigar in the world. The Serie V Melanio is known for its rich, big notes of leather framed by a range of coffee, caramel, and woody intonations. So always ask for Oliva, an unbeatable value and uncompromising quality.
The recently released Perdomo Double-Aged 12-Year Vintage is an extremely rare blend of Perdomo's finest and most cherished 12-year-old fillers, binders, and wrappers. Bale-aged for 10 years and then barrel-aged in bourbon barrels for an additional 2 years, these exquisite Nicaraguan tobaccos are bursting with rich, complex flavors. Offered in Connecticut, sun-grown, or Maduro, available at only 250 authorized tobacconists worldwide, the Perdomo Double-Aged 12-Year Vintage is a must-have for every cigar enthusiast.
Sereno Royale Cigars, created at the La Corona Cigar Factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. Each artfully crafted blend comes to life under the watchful eye of master blender Omar Gonzalez Aleman and industry veteran Anthony Sereno. A combination of hand-selected tobaccos from the fertile soils of Esteli and Jalapa are aged for over 5 years and then draped with a luxurious wrapper leaf. A post-roll aging process of 2 additional years brings you an endlessly complex and balanced experience. Visit our website at serenocigars.com.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato Cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit sindicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato Cigars.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. It is the 16th of September here in the year 2017. With me, of course, the always honest Abe.
Here.
And the lady morning of the mistress, Erica.
Wow,
The lady morning of the mistress.
I don't know. I'm working on...
Watch how this sounds. Ready? The mistress of morning radio.
Ooh.
Erica D.
Thank you, Duffy.
See, that's why we...
That's how it sounds.
Clearly that's how it won, because you heard that, right?
She got a shiver when you did that.
Well, you know,
Oh, yeah. That happened.
I do have a voice for radio. Always been told that.
You actually do, yeah.
You do.
But you know what's weird? Because it sounds so weird to me. When I listen back to the show.
Your voice does?
do?
Oh, it sounds awful to me.
Well, I think everybody feels that way.
Because I get that a lot, especially on the phone. Like, oh, you should do radio. I'm like, well, in fact.
As a matter of fact.
As a matter of fact, I
Would
do.
you like to be as part of a sponsorship program that I can give to you?
Funny you mentioned.
It's funny, though, because I never noted... I couldn't guess what you looked like when I first listened to the show and then talked to you. I could not imagine.
Never heard of Google?
Well, I didn't Google
I'm
it.
just kidding. Go ahead, man.
I mean, I'm just saying.
But that's everybody.
Yeah, I guess.
It's anybody you talk
But
to.
you
man. 'Cause
imagine.
you develop a mental image of what
Yeah.
they're supposed to look like.
Was it anything... You couldn't make an image for him then, is what you're saying.
No, not at
No.
all.
How about Adam?
You had to have a preconception somewhat.
Something.
It wasn't you.
Of course.
Yeah. Adam?
Did you get one?
I didn't. He's looking at me now with those eyes. I'm scared.
Right?
Yeah, Adam's pretty much, the generic guy, like he is.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
I know, honestly. No.
Look, we talked about everybody fleeing. I want to hear about your trip. Where did you and your cats go?
I don't have any cats.
No, come on, dude. Really?
And
What did you do with the cats? Come on.
My dogs came with
Who watched the cats while you were gone?
Stephanie was she was visiting her father in Charleston and then went to her sister's new house in Charlotte.
All right, Colin. Starting to get a little
There's
creepy.
a lot of cats.
It's starting to get a little creepy.
And I just decided to drive up there. I don't have shutters for my place. It's a rental, and my landlord wouldn't put shutters or anything up, and he wouldn't let me put up boards. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, he's like, I don't want you to drill into the walls. So I was like, okay, well then I'm not going to stay here.
He doesn't have impact windows.
No.
And he doesn't want you to put up board the window.
Right.
Really?
It's kind of messed up, but
Weird
whatever.
landlord, yeah.
Everything else he's awesome about.
I'd be elated if one of my tenants called and asked if they could board their own
I would have
windows.
done it. I would have done it. I have 4 sliding glass doors. It's one of those mushroom-looking houses. So anyway, so I just hopped in the car with the dogs, took our lockbox and a couple of things.
Wait, rewind.
Dogs.
Mushroom
I know.
house?
Yeah.
Anybody have
I stopped there,
Anybody
too.
have any idea?
Yeah, I
what
know
he's
exactly what he's talking about.
You know those
do?
townhouses
You
where
would.
there's 4?
Yeah, it's called a quad.
Okay, well, it's a quad, but it looks like
Oh,
a
it's
mushroom.
because they've
it's
got the roof that's...
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Well, I guess I'm the only one.
But that's why it's older, because so then...
It's not that old. It's poured concrete construction.
No, but I
though,
mean, they didn't used to require that you had to have shutters or impact windows,
Right.
and now they do, so it can't
Yeah.
be,
So I just left and drove up to Charlotte, and unfortunately, I kept trying to meet with Coop, and we just couldn't work it out because I guess this was a busy time for him, and there's a lot of stuff going on. So
Had to feed the cats.
he emailed. It's
important.
He texted me Saturday night at like 10:30 at night. We were out drinking our butts off, and I'm like stumbling through the city of Charlotte, and he's like, "Hey, can you meet tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.?" I was
You're
like,
like,
"No."
no.
8 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sunday morning at 8 a.m. I was like, Coop, there's no way I'm going to
He
make
said
that.
8 in the morning.
It was,
Yeah.
So I didn't get to see Coop. I got to see a bunch of other places. Saw this Charlotte Cigar Club that I posted.
Is that the one you put the picture of?
Yeah, really cool guys there.
Cigar shop or a club, or what is it?
It's both. So
Okay.
it's a cigar shop with a back. The whole front is gorgeous. I mean, you would even like it, Abe. Like it was that nice.
Why would you say it like that?
Well, because you're discerning.
I
You're
was gonna
discerning
say,
about places.
You wouldn't even
I
like
get
it.
it. Even you would like it.
A-hole, you would like it too, jerk off.
You know it's really good.
And then they have a back members area, but the back members area is gorgeous. I
Yeah?
mean, it's just
They
a
let
really
you
nice
in?
place. Yeah, he let me
that
in.
automatically makes me not want to join. They let you in. That
You had to
shows
say
me a
no
standard.
there.
wanna be a
Oh
member
no,
of
they
the
wouldn't
club?
let my kind in there. No.
Any club that would have me as a member is not one I want to join.
Thank you.
Exactly.
That's Groucho Marx.
That's what I was trying to.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to join any club organization that would have me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a cool place. Charlotte's a cool city. I've never been there. Never had any idea that it was that big. And it's gorgeous. They've redone the whole downtown. They live like in what they call the South End, the downtown area, and it is like, I mean, working class, awesome, like chic, like gorgeous place. Their apartment is unbelievable.
So are you moving? Yeah, I mean, you sound like you're
So you're
getting ready to
leaving
move.
us?
Stephanie wants to move, but I can't see
Oh, she
myself
does?
living in North
Oh,
Carolina.
it's happening then.
Oh, it's totally
If she
happening.
wants it, it's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not moving.
I give him 12
Okay,
months. 12
right.
months.
I'm not going
Okay.
anywhere.
12 months.
Right after the first kid comes.
Oh.
Once we get that one down, moving's the next thing.
Well.
But anyway, it was a really great. It was a really
Wow,
great
what
city.
did you just do?
Ugh.
The fact of him having kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember? Anyone
Really?
strongly
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't think like little junior...
disliking or wanting
Little
to
You
do
really
junior-
want to see a small, tiny one of those?
Little junior Rick Moranis is running around wouldn't be cute?
No.
Nice. That's
with-
so great.
His cats would have somebody to play with.
I know.
With bad eyes and a bald head.
Nothing says.
Did you come out needing glasses? Like, did your prescription progressively get worse?
I was almost 3 when I needed glasses.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh.
Holy cow.
That's can't even read, but
Wow.
already needs glasses.
Yep.
All right,
do
it's
you
going to be a
find that out?
fantastic
They run into
show.
the wall?
We have to take a quick little break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Craig Reynolds, president of Cigars International. We will hear all about what he has to say about the state of the industry, what it's like running a giant corporation, and
FDA.
FDA. A lot of interesting stuff happened with that this week too. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be a fantastic show. More to come. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Joya de Nicaragua proudly announces the release of Cuatro Cinco Reserva Especial, a carefully modified recipe containing a unique and exceptional selection of barrel-aged grade A fillers and a beautiful silky shade-grown Habano wrapper. From the legendary Jalapa Valley, produced in small quantities, this exceptional medium to full-bodied cigar will continue to captivate consumers with its rich Nicaraguan complexity, subtle woody and sweet flavors, and a velvety finish. Try a Cuatro Cinco Reserva Especial today.
Quality and value are always the two biggest determining factors for consumers when making buying decisions. Casa Bella by Sindicato Cigars offers superior flavor, quality construction, and an affordable everyday price. Completely handmade in the Dominican Republic, these value-priced, smooth yet flavorful cigars are comprised of Dominican and Nicaraguan filler tobaccos, and they're available in natural and Maduro wrappers. Visit sindicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Casa Bella cigars.
Make sure you try all of Caldwell's lines, including Long Live the King, Blind Man's Bluff, and Eastern Standard, which were all awarded 91 ratings by Cigar Aficionado and Cigar Snob. Do not forget the 93-rated King is Dead, which earned a spot in the top 25 cigars of the year last year by Cigar Aficionado. You can find more information by following Caldwell Cigar Company on Facebook. If you're not running with us, run from us. We own the night. Caldwell Cigar Company.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only nonprofit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
If you had to pack a go bag, what would go in it? For Pepe Mendez, it was his rare Pilotico tobacco seeds, which he personally carried to the Dominican Republic half a century ago. In tribute, we introduced the Monte Cristo Pilotico Pepe Mendez, a robust cigar with nutty, leathery notes and a slow burn that marks the rebirth of a golden age. Try the new Monte Cristo at your local cigar lounge, and you may want to pack one to go too. Surgeon General warning, tobacco smoke increases the risk of lung cancer and heart disease even in non-smokers.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato Cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit sindicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato Cigars.
When a child is diagnosed with cancer, their life and their family's life changes dramatically. Chemotherapy treatments, doctor visits, and trips to the hospital soon consume their time. The programs and services provided by the Kids Cancer Foundation make it possible for the foundation to meet the needs of our young patients and families. We could not provide these resources without your support. For more information and to find out how you can make a difference in the life of a child battling cancer, call 561-333-8116 or visit kidscancersf.org.
Sponsored by CLE Cigars.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I am Adam K., the Brewmeister. With me, of course, Honest Abe.
I feel much better.
And the mistress of morning radio, Erica D.
Had my Brooklyn bagel this morning. Thank you, Erica.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Good job.
We still got to get
They
them
were
as a
warm.
sponsor. Well, they weren't warm when I got here.
Oh, well, they were when I got them here.
Oh.
Like, he wouldn't even put the bag in the plastic bag that they give you
Right.
in the bag. He's like, they're too warm,
Wow.
so here, hold this. I was
So
like,
good.
oh, that's so great.
Well, there you go.
I know.
don't remember what
How
a
was
bagel
that
tastes like.
bagel you had, Paul?
I didn't have one.
I know.
I'm back on the
Live
diet.
life, Paul. Eat.
I gained 2 pounds while I was away because
Oh, no.
we didn't have the diet food, so I ate like a slob and drank all day and night. We just drank and ate.
So for pure happiness, you gained 2 pounds?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Worth it.
Yeah, worth every second.
Mm-hmm. And with that, it's time to see what we consider to be our favorite part of the show.
I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell.
It's time to meet your maker.
Established in 1996, Cigars International has become one of the fastest growing retail and authority for all things cigars. CI leads and directs marketing of fine handmade cigars, gifts, accessories, and much more to online consumers and retailers alike. Comprised of over 350 employees and operating in 3 industry-leading retail locations in Pennsylvania, we are pleased to welcome President of Cigars International, Craig Reynolds. Craig, welcome to KMA Talk Radio.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Listen, I'm honored to be invited on the show. Even my family doesn't like talking to me, so this is pretty cool.
Well, we're glad to have you on, first time on, Craig, and trying to coordinate for a while now. I've lost time.
I did too.
Yeah,
There it
you
goes.
okay. I'm gonna move that camera back. That was getting in the way, Paul. So
Okay.
good job.
Can we see Abe?
But Craig, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, just sort of our listeners who may be unfamiliar with your background, where you grew up, and what you did, as a career right when you got out of college.
Sure. Well, first, I just want to comment on something I heard you say before, Abe, that you have a voice for radio, and I agree. It is a great baritone and comes across very, very well. I've been told I have the perfect face for radio.
That's what I meant to say. Did I actually say voice? Yeah, I meant to say face. That's what I've always been told. I have the perfect face for radio. I guess I couldn't even correctly insult myself properly.
No, you couldn't. Look at that. Too busy with the cat thing,
I said I have a voice for radio. That's funny.
Oh, that's funny, and we went on.
Right? Yeah,
we totally did. I thought you meant to go there just like as a compliment.
No.
I wasn't going to bring it up. I didn't want to go
It's
there.
all right.
That's great.
It's post-hurricane show.
Oh, my gosh.
We're entitled.
Right.
The hangover is real.
It is.
You could always edit that out later for the future podcast.
There you go.
Nah.
So tell us, Craig, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where'd you grow up?
Well, I grew up in the cigar mecca of Brooklyn, New York.
Hey, a New Yorker.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Shall we leave the room so you guys can talk?
I just get excited, He doesn't like me, though, because I'm from Long Island. It's not the same.
Oh.
The island of Long. No, it's, the younger step redheaded cousin.
Oh.
There it is.
That's how, you know what? That's exactly how we treat him, Craig. So it kind of works.
Yeah.
Perfectly.
Right.
We treat him just like that. So what did you end up studying when you went to school?
Well, I got my undergraduate degree at Brooklyn College, and I got my MBA in finance at Pace University. So my career, listen, how many people start out to sell cigars? Not too many, unless you've been in the industry for generations, which clearly I wasn't. My dad smoked cigars, loved them, but ironically told me never to smoke.
Wow.
So
Can you remember any brands that your dad smoked?
I really don't.
Okay.
All I know, they were all Churchills. They didn't have a band, so maybe he bought them cheap and took the band off so not to embarrass himself.
It was common back then. There were a lot of cigars without bands.
Craig, which campus of Pace did you go to, in Manhattan or in Westchester?
The one by Brooklyn Bridge in Manhattan.
I started there, actually, so I went there for a semester. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
What happened after a semester? They boot you out?
No,
it's like
September
6 degrees
11th.
of separation that mean nothing.
Yeah, September 11th of 2001 hit, so I moved back to Long Island and went to Hofstra, actually.
Okay.
So
just a quick story about Hofstra. I went there with a friend of mine. We were still in college, and Christ, I can't remember the band that we went to see, but it was my first time I saw a streaker running across Hofstra campus.
Paul.
We went to see Humble Pie. For those of you old enough to
Humble
remember
Pie.
Humble Pie,
Wow.
there you go.
Humble Pie.
Oh, man.
Well, I guess I've never
I don't
seen
know
a
this.
streaker. You ever see a streaker?
No.
You?
Not in person.
Have you?
No.
No. Yeah, I've never seen a streaker. That is interesting.
No.
That's funny.
What is
Yeah, that sounds about right, though.
Pie thing?
Humble Pie?
It's a band.
It's a band.
Okay.
You're old enough.
But I don't know who they are.
if I
You're
know,
old enough. Huh. Yeah, that's a nice thing to say.
If I know who they are, I mean.
Horrible individual you are.
You know. It's one of those.
Sorry to divert you.
So some people make fun of Hofstra, but certainly they were a leader in that.
They were a leader in that. That's funny. So what did you do immediately after school? Did you start in the cigar business? I mean, like you said, most people didn't. You studied finance. Did you get a finance job afterwards?
Yeah. I ended up, my first job out of college was working for a factor. And now, again, unless you're a dinosaur like me, you don't know what a factor is. But those are people who used to lend money to manufacturers at usurious interest rates because they couldn't get credit from a bank.
Anybody in the manufacturing industry? You're not talking just cigars.
Right. Well, this is mostly clothing. And things like that. Ooh. So you'd be amazed at some of the larger clothing manufacturers whose cash flows were very seasonal. They would have to go get loans, and the bank said, well, not really. So they go to a factor, and, yeah, they paid a high interest rate. So that was interesting.
It's like a legal loan shark.
Right up to that line of legal.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. Oh, yeah, so I'm sorry about that. Craig, how did you get into the business then?
Well, I'm getting there. If you stop interrupting me, eventually I'll get there.
can't.
It'll be about a half
This
hour.
one.
So bear with me.
I love that New York attitude.
Right?
Jeez, guys.
He's working his way.
Ugh. Hurry up. I don't have time for that. No.
So, all right, so I'll go quickly.
We got time. We got plenty of time.
From there, I was actually recruited into the publishing industry, of all things, and worked for Rupert Murdoch and Reader's Digest for about 20 years in total, and that's actually where I spent most of my career. But I quickly went from financing to marketing, really running the circulation departments of all the magazines. So most of my career has been spent in either marketing or running small divisions or companies.
Wow.
So about 10 years ago, I was recruited for the job at CI. And just to give you some background on Cigars International, it was started in 1996 by two 24-year-old college roommates.
Nice.
And,
love that storyline.
Yeah, and they actually started out not selling cigars. They wanted to... this is very much like a Silicon Valley kind of thing, where they felt they could improve the logistics of shipping small packages carrying valuable items.
Huh.
So one of them was a marketing genius, the other one was an engineering genius, and they went about doing that. Took them about a year to figure out that, you know what, cigars fits that description. Okay. So they started selling cigars. Then in 2007, they sold the company to Swedish Match. And they signed a 3-year contract. And about halfway through, they realized there was no succession plan or successor to them. So they did a search. And I will tell you, for somebody who had, up until that time, honestly, never smoked anything, never had any ideas of going into the tobacco industry, let alone the premium cigar industry, it was something new. So despite not having cigar knowledge, all of my background was what they were looking for to run the company. And in February 2009, I joined CI, and in October 2010, it then became part of a joint venture with Scandinavian Tobacco. And then in February of last year, we actually went public on the Danish stock market.
Wow.
So that's how I got into the industry.
Interesting. So where you couldn't have seen it. You couldn't have seen that coming at all, huh?
No.
Not at all. I like to say, not so bad for a chubby kid out of Brooklyn.
see, Paul, you got hope. You got hope, Paul. See.
Well, he'd have to start eating again. Apparently.
I know he's losing weight.
He's disappearing on us.
I'm gonna have less to pick on him about.
I was heard.
He'll be fat soon again. He said it. Don't worry.
Somebody we haven't seen in a long time showed up yesterday at our KMA meeting, and she didn't say that I looked thin. You know that? I was really upset by that. I wanted to text her later and be like, "Did you notice anything different?"
That's funny. That's such a female attitude.
That's a cat owner kind of an idea.
That's something a cat owner would do. Yeah.
I don't have a
what
cat.
He's eating. I mean, come on.
I'm really not paying attention.
Well, let me just bars. That's it. Like these. I don't know, air puffed bars.
Freeze dried food. Too.
Oh, good. That sounds better.
Craig, Paul's getting married, and so he's on this big attempt to lose some weight prior to, and he has lost weight successfully.
He has lost over 30 pounds at least. You said, right?
Over 20.
Oh, I thought you said you lost 30 pounds last time. No?
20 pounds? That's it? That's like
20?
a good trip
like
to the bathroom.
26 pounds.
Okay.
It's a good bathroom visit.
Was that with the 2 pounds you gained?
No.
Wow, you're really on him.
Yeah. Listen. Go bigger,
Well, good luck with the marriage. When is it?
Yeah, good luck with the marriage.
October, actually.
Well, I like to say that I've been married 5 happy years.
Aw.
But how long have you been
Yeah,
married?
how long have you been married?
39. That's not bad.
Can you pinpoint which 5 of those that were in there?
Yeah, where were they? They were probably a long time
It's funny.
ago.
Somebody said that once, and when I said like, was it the last 5 or the first 5? He goes, no, it was years 7, 8. Like he had them down. He knew which was the good 5 years. It's really funny.
No, I actually added up all of my business travel trips, and it amounts to about 5 years. So
That's great.
She feels the same way.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. That is a good stopping point. We got to pay some bills. When we come back, we'll have more with Craig Reynolds from Cigars International. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Sereno Royale Cigars, created at the La Corona Cigar Factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. Each artfully crafted blend comes to life under the watchful eye of master blender Omar Gonzalez Aleman and industry veteran Anthony Sereno. A combination of hand-selected tobaccos from the fertile soils of Esteli and Jalapa are aged for over 5 years and then draped with a luxurious wrapper leaf. A post-roll aging process of 2 additional years brings you an endlessly complex and balanced experience. Visit our website at serenocigars.com.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato Cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato Cigars.
This is a La Aurora issued public service announcement. The iconic lion has gone rogue. Breaking out of the original Dominican cigar factory is Untamed by La Aurora. Undoubtedly, one of their strongest cigars proves that not only can their factory provide flavorful sticks, but powerful as well. Taking a fantastic Dominican Nicaraguan blend and wrapping it with an oily Connecticut broadleaf wrapper creates a wild ride of flavor from start to finish. Be aware, this animal is extremely aggressive and should be approached with caution.
Congratulations, champ, on winning your exhibition fight. What are you going to do to celebrate? I'm going to smoke one of these amazing Leaf by Oscar cigars. You mean Leaf by Oscar? That's what I said, Leaf by Oscar. It's called Leaf by Oscar, and yes, they are amazing cigars. See, now you're making me mad. I just want to enjoy my Leaf by Oscar cigar, but you're making fun of me. It's called Leaf by Oscar. That's 2 knockouts. Now I get to smoke 2 Leaf by Oscar cigars.
That's Leaf by Oscar.
Hi, this is Rocky Patel, and I'd like to invite you to try one of our decade cigars. This premier cigar received a 95 rating from Cigar Aficionado, one of the highest ratings ever afforded by that magazine. It's a beautiful Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper with fillers from Nicaragua and Honduras. This cigar is medium to full-bodied, rich, complex, yet elegant and well-balanced. I promise you, you're going to love the decade. Try it.
To affinity and beyond. That is where Affinity Cigars will take you. These mild to medium cigars use only the finest select high-grade Ecuadorian Connecticut tobacco, creating a cigar that delivers a smooth, rich, creamy smoke with the gentleness of a mother's touch. Affinity Cigars have become America's go-to cigar for that flavorful yet unintimidating smoking experience. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer.
Zycar, the world leader in cigar accessories, has done it again. One of their best lighters is now even better. The popular Enigma Double Jet Flame lighter is now the new Enigma 2. Complete with a new clean design, this lighter was re-engineered for dependability and performance. It feels more ergonomic in your hand, and new internal components give it the horsepower you need. Like everything Zycar, this comes with the incredible lifetime warranty. Zycar for life.
When a child is diagnosed with cancer, their life and their family's life changes dramatically. Chemotherapy treatments, doctor visits, and trips to the hospital soon consume their time. The programs and services provided by the Kids Cancer Foundation make it possible for the foundation to meet the needs of our young patients and families. We could not provide these resources without your support. For more information and to find out how you can make a difference in the life of a child battling cancer, call 561-333-8116 or visit kidscancersf.org.
Sponsored by CLE Cigars.
Welcome back You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I am Adam K., the Brewmeister.
Are you mosh pitting?
Yeah, that's right.
Like Paul's mosh pitting in the
Can you jump
zombie.
off the table in there, please?
Thank God there's not a camera in here.
Oh, thank God.
We should turn ours around.
Right. No,
I do that?
Nobody wants to see that.
Is this humble pie? That's humble pie.
Oh, look at that.
See? Greg
Yeah,
knew
that's
that.
why I don't
Greg
know who
knew
they
that.
are. 'Cause
Yeah.
With me, of course, Honest Abe and Eric.
The
Erica.
mistress of morning radio, Erica.
Do I have to
See, I
say
knew
it
this was
every
going to
time?
be a problem.
Do I have
Well-
to say it every time?
Every single.
Well, you could say KMA's very own mistress of morning radio.
All
You
right.
can make it rather lengthy.
Try to sound
right?
radio-esque.
I'll work on
You
it.
know,
We'll
I
see
mean,
what
you
I
know.
can do.
Guys,
If you didn't want me to have that name, you should have voted.
Try
for
to
something
sound like you're a
different,
host on a
Adam.
radio show. How about that?
All right,
That's
this
good.
is Casey Kasem
There
broadcasting
you go.
live. We're here doing a morning in the AM.
I actually like that
Time
better.
to go.
I love that voice.
I think you should stick with that. It works.
It's hard to do.
It's hard. He's like, I'm tired now.
I have had way too.
Done.
I'm done. I've said too much. My voice is exhausted. We have to get back. We are here in the heart of our Meet Your Maker segment, talking to Craig Reynolds, president of Cigars International. Craig, thank you for being here on this lovely morning and joining us.
My pleasure.
If you haven't noticed, we have a hard time staying on topic.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Sorry.
Well, it's been like 2 weeks since we've done a show, so like
I know.
I'm anxious.
Me too. Got so many thoughts running through my mind. So many things have happened in 2
There's
weeks.
a lot going on in the AM.
And we brought in Casey Kasem.
Right? So, Craig, did you know of Cigars International, the organization? Were you familiarized with it? And did they approach you, or were you out at the time looking for a new position?
No, they recruited me.
Wow.
So, yeah, I had no ideas and thoughts of going into the industry, and obviously not being a smoker, never heard of Cigars International or Fuente Padron. Those were all new names to me.
Wow,
believe it or not.
this is going to open a door to a lot of good questions. So let me ask you, what were some misconceptions that you remember having right off the bat about the cigar industry?
Misconception.
Like, I mean, being a guy who hasn't been around, I'm sure you
Right.
probably had an
Had
image of what the
something.
industry was going to look like, and then, you sat there and said, wow, I had that completely wrong.
A lot of old guys sitting in the back.
Right,
Yeah,
that's what I
right.
picture.
Smoking
With the
these-
jackets and the smoking. And
Right.
That's kind of how I see
The
it.
snooty hoity-toity.
Yeah. Members only.
I actually had no misconceptions. What I remember most was my nervousness about asking friends of mine who smoke cigars to teach me how to cut and light a cigar so I wouldn't appear like a fool as I came to work. No, my misconceptions weren't there. Throughout the interview process, I realized that the cigar industry, even with all its romanticism and brotherhood and tradition, is a business.
Yep.
And especially, on the internet direct retailer side, it's really a direct marketing company at its heart. We happen to sell cigars, but it's a direct marketing company, and they're very familiar with. So it was more a sense of learning the industry, and thankfully the company, CI, has great people and cigar experts, and the other people within the industry really took me under their wings and taught me the industry and showed me the friendship and bonding that goes on, which makes this a very different industry than any other I've worked in.
I was just going to say that. Were you surprised by that? Because this industry, even though we all kind of somewhat compete with each other,
You're friendly.
there's a lot of very inner,
Yes.
company friendships
You
that
can
are made.
tell by the stories, and everybody who comes
Right.
in here, has worked with, and they all support moving on and, bettering and all that
You
good stuff.
didn't experience that in your previous career, I
I don't
guess,
think
huh?
it's common really anywhere.
No, it was much more cutthroat. I'll give a perfect example between you and me, Abe. We really didn't know each other.
Yep.
Yet you reached out to me because you wanted to come to Cigar Fest, which is CI's, consumer cigar event. And I will be totally honest with you. Some people on my team said, why would you have a competitor come to Cigar Fest? And I thought about that. I said, you got to be kidding. Why wouldn't you? This is too small an industry not to work together. And since then, I've come to like you personally and respect you professionally.
Thank you very much.
And I'm glad that you reached out to me and we had that opportunity.
No, I did. We were going to eventually get into it, but now that you brought it up, I mean, your company throws literally like the Woodstock
Really?
literally, like compared. I mean, people are out there camping out. the Woodstock of cigar events in this country called Cigar Fest. Can you tell our listeners who if they're unfamiliar about it, a little bit about what's going on? Because it's like 6,000 plus people.
Well, if it was going to be a cigar fest, then competitors would obviously be there. I mean, you know what I mean? Right?
Look, I do a similar kind of thing, and people who come and don't say, but I wanted to go there and actually,
but I'm
let
just
them know I was
saying,
coming. But we wanted to cover the show live because obviously I have two hats and I wear them both separately, and I wanted to go there also as we wanted to do a live remote from one of the biggest cigar events in the country.
That'd be awesome.
And we're going to eventually do it. We want to try to do it this year, and we had a few plans that got in the way. But tell our listeners about this mega insanity party that you guys throw every year.
Okay. It is a mega insanity perf that we throw. So it's been going on now about 13, 14 years, and the stories that I've heard, both secondhand and directly from Jonathan Drew, who said that he was with the founders of Cigars International, Keith Meyer and John DeMarco, and were coming up with an idea to do some sort of customer appreciation event. And they came up with the name Cigar Fest. The first one was in somebody's garage, had 300 people. And it's just grown in popularity to where now, like you said, it's held over 2 days. It's 2 separate one-day events.
Wow.
And each day, 3,000 tickets are sold. We have 60 cigar vendors, and then spirits and beer and food and raffles and scantily clad models.
Of course.
The recipe for a good time for a guy to have.
Yep. And just just to put this in perspective, when we say 6,000 tickets, these are tickets that pretty much sell out in days.
That's insane.
Well, it's less than that. So of the 6,000 tickets,
oh my gosh,
we have about 500 that are sold at our stores, and the balance of the tickets, and I kid you not, because I am here the Saturday before the Super Bowl is when they're always sold, and I'm in the control tower, as we call it, watching the servers go wild.
Yep.
Those tickets sell out in just over 2 minutes.
There are bands that would kill, that are huge bands right now that would kill to have those stats.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Literally.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Little over 2 minutes. And it's gotten so where we have to have people pre-register, or else it would just be a total, crazy situation.
I have to
and
say,
I know the tickets go on the secondary market on eBay and things like that.
Sure they do. Yeah.
We charge what we think is a fair price, and we don't want to gouge the customer. It's still customer appreciation. We don't make a lot of money on it. People think we do, but we don't. Given that we bring up over 100 of our own employees, and we have to get hotel rooms for them. They work the event. We also give away cigars just for our own exclusive brands, just like the other suppliers. So it's a huge investment, and that's not even taking into account the soft cost. So quick little story about that. We have a team of people who work nothing but on Cigar Fest all year. That's how much time it takes.
Wow.
And we're up there, and then for the following week, we just take a deep breath. The second week after Cigar Fest, we start planning. It literally takes 51 weeks of planning.
Yep.
The first thing at every meeting, somebody raises their hand and says, "Craig, I vote not to have Cigar Fest next year." And everybody says, "I second that motion."
That's
and you say,
funny.
"Oh well."
Right. So I say, "Well, I hear you, but this is not a democracy, and I have more votes than you. We have to do it." And they go, "Oh, okay."
Listen,
so that's what happens.
I empathize. I know it because every year I dread our little event that we do down here, and it's like but when it's over, you're so proud and you're so happy. But it's misery leading up to it. I get it.
It's just a lot of work.
And our event is actually we've had some overflow from your events in the past of people who couldn't go, and they ended up finding us because it's that big. I mean, cannot get tickets. And your event's usually done in the spring, yes?
Well, it's the first Saturday in May, unless that Sunday is Mother's Day.
Got it.
So it either moves backwards, but it's really when the Kentucky Derby is.
Wow.
Got it that way.
Oh,
so there is, even after that, there is a waiting list of several thousand people, and people literally plan their vacations around this. And we've had people come from 49 states.
Greg, I got to cut you off there. We got to go on a hard break. Sorry.
We'll talk more about it.
We're going to have more with Craig when more Cigar Fest. Keep it lit.
Do you love delicious beer? Do you love delicious cigars? Well, we have the perfect cigar for you. The Quesada Keg, a savory Nicaraguan cigar draped in a beautiful Pennsylvania broadleaf wrapper and packed in wooden barrels. The Quesada Keg was blended to pair with the traditional Irish stouts we all love to enjoy on St. Patrick's Day. Available in 3 tasty sizes. The Quesada Keg is available for a limited time only, so grab one today before they sell out. The Quesada Keg, the perfect cigar to pair with beer.
The all-new Scores Palm Beach. Come be a part of the world-famous Gentlemen's Club's new look. A new year brings a new addition to South Florida. Scores Palm Beach, offering a free lunch buffet Monday through Thursday with $5 prime rib on Friday. 2-for-1 drinks till 7 p.m. Scores Palm Beach. VIP seating and second-floor skybox suites. Full liquor, full nude until 5 a.m. 3174 Lake Worth Road, just west of Congress on Lake Worth Road. For more info, call 649-2000 or at scorespalmbeach.com.
WSWN Belgrade, the new 900 AM, the talk of the Palm Beaches, and online at 900thetalk.com. To advertise your business on 900 AM, the talk of the Palm Beaches, call 561-627-9966 today.
Now that the storm has passed, if you live in Palm Beach County, separate your waste piles. Keep 1 pile garbage, 1 pile yard waste, and 1 pile storm debris. By doing this, you will help with recovery efforts. Go to swa.org/hurricane for more.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-921-6860 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-921-6860 to take your call now. Call 1-800-921-6860. That's 1-800-921-6860. Again, 1-800-921-6860.
Hey, where should we go lunch today?
Let's go to the Grilled Cheese Gallery in Northwood.
Great idea. I love the mac and cheese at the Grilled Cheese Gallery, and they have really special salads, too.
It isn't called the Grilled Cheese Gallery for nothing. Try one of their more 20 original grilled cheese combinations.
Everyone's raving about their new addition to their menu, the French-Canadian poutine, with fries, cheese curd, and gravy.
Sounds yummy. I'll meet you at the Grilled Cheese Gallery at 422 Northwood Road in West Palm Beach.
Are you living with prostate enlargement? Do you pee more often than you used to? Do you wake up to go? Be honest. Is there a drop in your romantic life? Prostate problems don't go away on their own, so you need to call for a free bottle of Super Beta Prostate, the #1 non-prescription formula for your prostate. The ingredients are natural. With Super Beta Prostate, you'll have less urges to urinate, less waking at night, and an improvement in your romantic life. Try it for free. Pay only shipping and handling. Super Beta Prostate is so powerful, you'd have to take 100 saw palmetto capsules to get the same active ingredient in just 1 Super Beta Prostate tablet. Stop running to the bathroom and call us now for your free bottle. Hurry, this free offer won't last. Call 1-800-507-1004. That's 1-800-507-1004. 1-800-507-1004.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
JVC Broadcasting salutes the many things that our Palm Beach Sheriff's deputies do to go above and beyond the call of duty. JVC Broadcasting salutes Deputy Baird, who recently caught a bank robber thanks to the detailed description of the bank teller. Deputy Baird found the person meeting the description and made contact. The suspect was extremely nervous and was later positively identified by the teller. Deputy Baird is one of the many heroes at the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office, making a difference in our community. We salute you, Deputy Baird.
Award-winning Palm Beach Gardens restaurant Cafe Chardonnay is proud to be serving their acclaimed early fall dinner trio until September 30th. This special 3-course dinner menu is offered in addition to the regular menu served every night. Chef Frank will be creating fresh and exciting dishes with weekly new menu items introduced every Wednesday. Choose from delicacies such as blue crab bisque, boneless beef short ribs,
pan-roasted local swordfish, or mint-crusted rack of lamb. Included in the $35 to $45 price is an appetizer, entree, and your choice of a divine dessert, like chocolate cream pie or warm apple crumble. Cafe Chardonnay is located in the Garden Shops at the corner of PGA and Military Trail. A fabulous dining experience awaits you at Cafe Chardonnay. Call 561-627-2662 to reserve your table at Cafe Chardonnay. That's 561-627-2662. Or go to our website and make reservations at cafechardonnay.com.
Earl Stewart and Nancy Stewart, starring in Earl Stewart on Cars, 900 a.m., The Talk of the Palm Beaches, every Tuesday from 4 to 6 p.m. Call. I'd like to hear from anybody, even car dealers, who sometimes I have a little bit of difficulty with. So remember, we're on every Tuesday, 4 to 6 p.m. on The Talk of the Palm Beaches, 900 a.m.
As the Jewish High Holy Days approaches, ask yourself, where's a warm and welcoming congregation for me? Temple Israel is that congregation. Located at 1901 North Flagler Drive in West Palm Beach, Temple Israel is a Reformed congregation with amazing history, a warm atmosphere, and a comfortable setting. We are the oldest Jewish organization in Palm Beach County, and in many ways, the most contemporary. If you're separated from loved ones and friends this year, you will find a home with us. Our congregation will embrace and welcome you to Temple Israel with open arms. Join us as Rabbi Cookie Lee Olshine, Cantor Michael Crook, and our Temple Choir welcomes the new year in our beautiful sanctuary. We are looking forward to enjoy a warm and meaningful worship service with you this year. Join us in prayer, hope, and joy for the new year by calling 561-833-8421. That's 561-833-8421. Or find us on the web at temple-israel.com.
Hi there, it's Steve DeSmit from Will Floor You. Going on right now, only through September 16th, is our store-wide clearance sale on a huge assortment of in-stock carpet, tile, laminate, and waterproof vinyl planks. I have marked down these great floors to give you the floor you want at way less than you imagine. Select from great floors by America's Best, Shaw, Mohawk, Maslin, Southwind, Mannington, all the best at remarkably low prices. Hurry into our stores in Jupiter and Stewart and let us floor you with great service, prices, and assortment. In Jupiter on Alternate A1A, in Stewart on Federal Highway and Monroe Street, just south of Super Walmart, and we'll floor you, FLA.com.
900 AM, the talk of the Palm Beaches.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, the 80s sensation himself, Honest Abe. Hello. And KMA's morning mistress, the lovely Erica.
There you go. Did you call
Really?
me the 80s sensation?
Yeah.
Why the 80s?
Because Phil Collins.
Oh, so just a music reference.
Yeah.
Not really a reference to me.
Yeah, because you're also a big fan of the 80s songs and things of that.
Really?
era.
Like what?
Well, like, you're big Ozzy. You went to a lot of concerts in the 80s.
All right. I don't call that like 80s. Like 80s is more like, you know, hey, Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Yeah, that's kind of more 80s, not Ozzy.
Well, I mean, come on. You had all the hair bands of the 80s.
Poison, like, yeah, well, you know.
Motley Crue.
All right, it's a stretch. I'll give it to you.
I'll give it to you. You may have it.
I haven't had enough coffee.
No.
Obviously.
We are in the middle of our Meet Your Maker segment. We are talking to Craig Reynolds, president of Cigars International. Before we had to go to the break, Craig, you were telling us all about Cigar Fest, the massive selling out in 2-minute cigar event you guys hold every spring, usually in the first week of May. And obviously you even were telling us you have an entire team of people that do it all year long, and that is literally all they do.
51 weeks.
51 weeks to get...
Pretty much. I mean, the logistics of it are amazing. You know, it's pulling everything together, and obviously it gets more intense later on. But it really is a labor of love. You know, part of what we do there, we also hold a raffle for Cigars for Warriors. We also
Raise
work
money,
with
too.
a local group called Life Path, which supports, handicapped people, both mentally and physically. They have group homes around the area. And we raise $70,000 a year for them. In the last few years, we've raised over $500,000.
Wow.
So,
That's impressive.
That's, oh my gosh.
yeah. I mean, we really enjoy giving back to the community and being part of that. And, you know, at the end of it, like you said before, it's exhausting, but you look back and you did a damn good job. The customers are happy. The charities you're supporting are happy. The suppliers get to meet thousands of customers and have time to talk to them about their product. So it's just a really good time.
Just to put this into perspective, the size of this thing, I mean, on top of everybody getting all these cigars and stuff and, all the stuff that they get for coming to the event, there's major prizes. And when I say major prizes, the year we went, which was the year before this year, I mean, you guys gave 2 Jeeps away, yes?
Right. So
one every day.
It's 2, like I said, it's 2 separate events each day, and the prizes are the same. And there were 3 grand prizes, and people buy raffles. And again, the raffles go help support a lot of these work that we do. So one is a big prize that we co-sponsor with Cigars, who does a great job with that. Another is typically something we do with Altatis, where they give away a huge humidor and $5,000 worth of cigars. But the grand prize is a brand new Jeep Wrangler.
Yep.
That we give away 2 of each day. And then we pay
2 each day.
I'm not saying we pay retail for it, but CI buys it, and those are the prizes that the people win. And it's funny, you talk about that. Sometimes the way the customer reacts after winning has been everything from, oh, okay, great, what do I need to do? Let me sign the papers, to where they just cry uncontrollably, sob on the floor, the friends pounce on them.
Yeah.
But it's amazing the spectrum of reactions.
Yeah, because I've seen it, because you get the guy who wins and goes, oh, great, now I got to go get car insurance.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
That's exactly
I
what's
got to
going
spend
through their
$2,000 on insurance,
Yeah.
man.
So
Come
give it
on,
to somebody
help me
else who
out.
wants it
Yeah.
then.
Help you out.
I'm not
just
gonna,
want a car.
Yeah, I'm not going to drive that thing. Hey, you want to give me cash and keep the car? I've heard everything.
Yeah.
There's always those guys out there.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. No.
Yeah. Do you have a buyout program? Yeah, I'm
Do you have a buyout program?
I believe him when he says it. You see it all. You see guys crying, and then guys like, oh well, okay, yeah, I got a car. But it's impressive. It really is an impressive event, and if you haven't been to it out there and you're listening, you just Google Cigar Fest, I'm sure, and you could find the website that talks about it and everything. And, like we said, it's not easy to get tickets. But you mentioned something about pre-registering, Craig.
Yes.
So what do? You got to register to have a chance to buy a ticket now, or how does that work?
Right. So basically, you put in all of your information, so it makes the process of actually ordering the tickets much faster. Before we had the pre-ordering, again, it depended on your speed of your connection. I mean, there were a lot of dynamics that went with it, so we felt this was the fairest. The people registered. It also gave us an idea of, how many people were interested, to make sure that, the demand is still there.
Sure.
So pre-registering helps everybody.
Right.
Just one more thing. It's difficult to describe. You really have to be there. But in the middle of the afternoon, when we've got all 3,000 people in this huge, I'll call it an auditorium for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
It's about 50,000 square feet. It's very high. Basically, it's a gymnasium, with very high ceilings, that we've trucked in extra industrial fans. Plus, you've got probably 500 people from the vendors in their booths all smoking. You've got 3,500 people smoking all at the same time.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep.
It's absolutely incredible. And we do a decent job with the ventilation, so, you don't get overwhelmed by it. But it's fantastic, and as you know, and as your listeners know, it doesn't matter from what walk of life you are or what part of the country, your religion, your political leanings, 2 guys or 2 girls or whomever smoking a cigar, they suddenly become best friends, and it's fantastic to see. And we see people who come every year just to meet the people they've met at Cigar Fest and continue that friendship.
It's funny because
So great.
on that level, it's definitely burning. Even on a smaller level, like
People together.
I just took a cruise to Alaska, and they had a lounge called the Churchill's Lounge.
Yes.
And it's funny, I tried to get there at least once a day just to chill and smoke a cigar,
Yeah.
But it was the same people there every day.
Right.
And
So you're friends by the end.
Yeah, but the cruise, here's my car. Yeah, you're Florida. Look me up. I mean,
Right.
it's the same guys were smoking cigars there every day. We made like my own little club there after a week of being on a boat.
I'm not surprised by that.
No, but
You know.
it is. It's what I've always preached
Right.
as a cigar lifestyle,
Right.
which most people outside of our lifestyle just don't comprehend. People who don't, they think cigars, it's just tobacco. No, cigars is just not tobacco. It really is, and I've always embraced it It's really a lifestyle. It's a way of life.
Anything that's socially acceptable. Obviously, I'm not saying I'm not condoning alcohol or what, but anything like that is a social experience that gets you out of your place and puts you with a group of people that you can sit and talk and chat. That's it becomes a lifestyle.
And the barrier walls come down.
Yes.
And I've seen guys in our retail stores, from a guy who's literally unemployed to a guy who retired, at 40 because he made so much money. And they're sitting there relating to each other, talking.
Yes.
Which, you really don't find that happening anywhere else.
No.
It's not going to happen in a restaurant or a bar, but it happens inside these walls that we call cigar shops. So it's one of the things I've always admired about this industry.
It's like a small niche kind of environment, right? So that sort of brings a certain group of people together. When you find something like that, you've already refined the group.
It's like one of those things, like when you go and when I'm traveling, especially when I'm traveling out of state, or especially here in Florida because I'm not in my original home state, anytime I see somebody wearing a Chicago sports teams, we could be just like in the Costco. I'll go, go Cubs! And they get all excited. Who said that? Yeah. Same thing with cigar people. Yes. When you run out there public, you see another guy with a cigar, you naturally tend to want to gravitate. Hey, what are you smoking?
Yes.
You guys start talking. It's just it's a natural phenomenon, for sure.
The way I like to describe it, we're not selling to a demographic, we're selling to a psychographic.
Hey.
And that's an important distinction.
Oh, I might steal that one.
That's an awesome marketing term, but he's absolutely right. Yeah.
I'll give you credit, Craig, but I might steal that. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't invent it. I use it for sure.
I like that. That's a good one.
I think it's fantastic.
So,
I want to take a little break.
Another break. You and your breaks.
Well, what can I say? I have to be the clock authority.
More with Craig.
More with Craig. When we come back, we're going to talk about what it's like in the day, a day in the life of Craig Reynolds, president of Cigars International. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram, too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Keeping Cuba's most coveted traditions for 3 generations, the legend continues with San Latano. With signature blends by AJ Fernandez available in a smooth and creamy Connecticut, a hearty, rich San Andreas box press, Maduro, and a robust, full-bodied Habano. AJ Fernandez continues the legacy with his new creation, the prestigious San Latano Oval. Using ultra-premium aged tobacco that takes a whole new shape and balance, the San Latano Oval is now available in both a Maduro and Habano wrapper. Visit your local tobacconist today and ask for San Latano Cigars by AJ Fernandez.
Since their humble beginnings in 1998, Drew Estate has believed that the production floor is the crossroads between art and passion, and where the real magic takes place. Drew Estate Master Blender Willie Herrera has crafted a unique medium-bodied line extension that is creamy, lush, and ultra-smooth, and finished off with a flawless shade wrapper that delivers satisfaction in spades. Continuing the story from their factory floor, it is with great bravado that the Drew Estate presents Under Crown Shade, a true Drew experience.
Make your next bold journey an epic one. When it comes to cigars, only one brand delivers intense, unforgettable experiences: Camacho. In continuing this fearless tradition, Camacho brings you the newest addition to its arsenal of badass, the new Camacho BXP. Intense, box-pressed, and crafted with rugged American broadleaf fillers from Pennsylvania. Available in Connecticut, Corojo, and Ecuador. Outfit your next bold journey with the new Camacho BXP.
Sereno Royale Cigars, created at the La Corona Cigar Factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. Each artfully crafted blend comes to life under the watchful eye of master blender Omar Gonzalez Aleman and industry veteran Anthony Sereno. A combination of hand-selected tobaccos from the fertile soils of Esteli and Jalapa are aged for over 5 years and then draped with a luxurious wrapper leaf. A post-roll aging process of 2 additional years brings you an endlessly complex and balanced experience. Visit our website at serenocigars.com.
Lights, camera, action. Real Clips Barbershop brings you all that is good about old school barbershops in a new cinematic themed environment. Whether you need a traditional cut, fade, blowout, or even a straight razor hot towel shave, our master barbers will get you right. All while enjoying iconic scenes from some of your favorite movies, right from our video screens built into the mirrors. Visit realclipsbarbershop.com. That's real, R-E-E-L, clipsbarbershop.com for a location near you or to make an appointment. After one visit, we know you'll be back.
To Affinity and beyond. That is where Affinity Cigars will take you. These mild to medium cigars use only the finest select high-grade Ecuadorian Connecticut tobacco, creating a cigar that delivers a smooth, rich, creamy smoke with the gentleness of a mother's touch. Affinity Cigars have become America's go-to cigar for that flavorful yet unintimidating smoking experience. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer.
When a child is diagnosed with cancer, their life and their family's life changes dramatically. Chemotherapy treatments, doctor visits, and trips to the hospital soon consume their time. The programs and services provided by the Kids Cancer Foundation make it possible for the foundation to meet the needs of our young patients and families. We could not provide these resources without your support. For more information and to find out how you can make a difference in the life of a child battling cancer, call 561-333-8116 or visit kidscancersf.org.
Sponsored by CLE Cigars.
I could barely remember, but my first time was on my boat. Winning! My first time was in the locker room at the gym after a grueling workout. My first time was on a cool, crisp morning right on the 18th hole. Everyone remembers the first time they had Hex. Hex cigars are the perfect balance of body and flavor that will have you reminiscing long after the embers have gone out. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer today, because you will always remember the first time you had Hex.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Well, welcome back to KMA Talk Radio. We are here broadcasting live in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, Honest Abe, and KMA's morning mistress, the lovely Erica.
Yeah.
He's getting there.
It's getting there.
We are
getting
here.
there.
We
It's
are
been
here.
a little
bourbon,
long
it'll be perfect.
I know.
We are here talking to Craig Reynolds, getting ready to wrap things up. Craig, it's been fabulous having you, learning all about your background and history, but as someone who is now in charge of one of the largest cigar conglomerates in the country, what does a day in the life of Craig Reynolds actually look like?
Well, because CI actually has retail brick and mortar stores now, so do your responsibilities bleed over on the brick and mortar side, or is it strictly in the marketing of the web and catalog business?
No, everything CI reports into me, so I'm responsible for that as well. A day in the life, I like to say that it's different every day, which keeps it interesting. I love what I do. To me, it's not a job. The people here keep me motivated and interested and excited, and I'm blessed with having a great team.
Yeah.
So I look at my job, and it's really no different from what, Abe, you do. In your business, you want to make sure you hire great people.
Yep.
I know you believe, like I do, that you need to focus on the customer and provide the most wonderful customer experience at all times.
That's pretty much 90% of the time what I've always preached is the differentiating factor. Is a lot of the products that we have, 90% of it's all the same, and how we treat our customer service. And I've always said, and because look, in customer service, you're always going to have a problem. No one's perfect. Things are going to go wrong. Mistakes are going to be made. And I always said it's how we handle it.
Yes.
After those mistakes is made is of the utmost importance. And just touching on that topic, you guys kind of had a situation earlier this year where I think you installed some new software and it created a lot of chaos for you guys. And you went on, and I saw a video. I mean, made something that exactly like I would have done. Look, things happen.
Mistakes were made. We will get better.
Yeah, we're on top of getting things done right. So it's just one of those things. Now, are you guys through all that, the whole setup with the? I'm not sure what the whole story was. I think you guys had some new software that you implemented that didn't work out.
So let me put some context behind it, and I'll share with you that our philosophy, which goes obviously it's focused on the customer, but it goes a little bit beyond that. That's something we live by and actually invest in, where some areas of the company you might consider us to be inefficient in terms of ROI on the investment, but I know deep down it helps customer retention and keeps customers happy. So what the way we like to think, as I mentioned before, is that every customer experience has to result in a wonderful customer experience at every contact point. Mm-hmm. And while we may have more contact points than a typical company, it's really the same. It doesn't matter. So you have your website, so it's any emails you send out, the website itself, the call center, they walk into your store, any events you do, things like that. So if you put all of those in a piece of paper and you put them in a circle and you connect them, what you've essentially done, once your customers are in that circle, you have what I like to call a barrier to exit. Now, everybody knows what barrier to entry means. But barrier to exit means that you've created a business model where once the customer is in your house, so to speak, there's no reason for them to leave unless you screw something up. And what you're talking about is back in February of this year, the irony is in order to provide even an even higher level of customer service, we implemented a new ERP and WMS, warehouse management system, that would have allowed us to look at our data much more analytically, and also to be able to ship out of the warehouse much quicker. Well, it kicked us in our ass. It really did. And a couple of bugs, and listen, there's enough blame to go around, no sense getting to that. But what it did, it threw sand into the gears of the company. And it created a situation with the customers that we failed the customer. We did not live up to their expectations. And you can't do that in any business, especially this business. So at this point, we are 100% back operationally.
Great.
And we're in the process of winning back all those customers that we upset.
Very confident that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No small feat either.
No. But I mean, look, things happen. Like I said, it's always how you handle it after the things happen. And, that was a pretty. The video I watched was a pretty brave video to make. And you went out there.
That shows real care and concern.
Sure did.
It
really sure did.
Because otherwise, you would just miss that point. If you didn't really care, you would totally scoot past it and just fix the problem and move on.
My theory is I've always said you could reach about 98, 99% because there's always that 1% that's just never going to listen no matter what you try to do to help them. It's just the way it is.
But they're going to find something. Anyway,
they just want their existence, their whole purpose is to complain and not be happy about something one way or another. That's just the way they are.
So we've all come across that.
Right, Craig. So we've got just a couple minutes here to go. Quickly, what's on the horizon? What's next for you and Cigars International? What's the next big thing you guys are going to do?
Are you guys going to be opening up more stores? That seems to be a trend across the industry. I know one of your industry people are just opening up stores left and right. Are there any expansion plans on the retail side of business?
I mean, I can't talk about that. We're always looking at ways to expand the business, both, in any way possible. In a market that isn't growing as quickly as we'd like, you have to figure out other ways. So, basically, we have plans. We'll see exactly what happens about that. I know you wanted to talk a bit about FDA, but I also, if time permits, and maybe I'll throw the question out, then you could talk about it later and I'll listen. This was more about a question I wanted to ask you to give me personal advice.
Sure.
Oh,
Can I do that?
Absolutely.
Did you hear that, producer?
Yeah.
Craig wants some advice. Did you hear that? Yes, sir.
Doesn't mean I'll take it.
Just wants to hear what you have to say.
Oh, shoot.
So in my never-ending quest to scratch my midlife crisis itch, which has been going on for over 2 decades now, by the way.
Wow.
And in my attempt to be cool, I have been wanting to buy a motorcycle for a long time. And my wife, who I love and adore,
5 years out of 39.
she feels it's too dangerous. Well, I'm at the point now where, I want to do it before I'm too old to ride it. So I actually brought this up to a bunch of people yesterday. It just came up naturally in a meeting. We were actually in a meeting with Kaizad from Gurkha. And we're talking about it, and everybody had an opinion. Some people felt I should get the typical two-wheeler Harley. Some people felt I should get the trike. Then somebody brought up I should get the Polaris Slingshot, which I don't know if you're familiar with, but looks like the Batmobile.
Right, that's the one with the 2 wheels in the front and one wheel in the back.
Yeah, and it actually has a steering wheel and pedals, so it's not quite a motorcycle. It's something in between. So, listen, you guys have seen my picture. You've heard me talk now. I mean, what do you think?
I'm a previous owner of 2 Harleys, so I'm a Harley guy myself. Okay. And I think if you're concerned about safety, because look, I'll be honest with you, in the years that I did ride, Craig, it wasn't the safety of me riding the bike that feared me. It was the safety of the
people driving around you who don't pay attention.
Especially here in Florida.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
half of them can't really see over the dashboard driving around.
I've had people come at me straight on in the opposite lane.
And that's the fear, because I haven't ridden a trike, so it's hard for me to give you and experience-wise, I just don't feel that riding those is the same experience
as a bike.
as
I would
riding a
feel,
bike.
yeah.
It's not. It'd be like riding. It'd be like riding an
Like
open
a go-kart
car.
or
Yeah, like a go-kart.
Yeah.
Then riding a motorcycle.
You know what I can totally see, Craig? You need a big old hog. Just
Harley
with the full
CVO, full chromed out, done bike.
Yep. All right. Craig Reynolds, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for being here today, president of Cigars International. We're going to see what's in the news with Coop when we come back after the break. Craig, once again, thank you for being here. It's been a pleasure.
Bye, Same Craig.
Here. Take care, guys.
Thank you so much.
Too.
Craig Reynolds, president of Cigars International. The news when we come back. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram, too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato Cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato Cigars.
Named after the most interesting man in the cigar world, the Nestor Miranda Special Selection is carefully made in Esteli, Nicaragua, using only the finest Nicaraguan Habano wrapper. The cigar is oily to the touch and is second to none in construction. Available in both a dark, spicy, sweet Oscuro wrapper and a bold, full-bodied Rosado wrapper. For the tobacconist nearest you offering Nestor Miranda cigars, visit MiamiCigarAndCompany.com.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only non-profit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
The Oliva family, makers of some of the most affordable yet highest rated premium cigars available. For 7 straight years, Cigar Aficionado has rated Oliva as one of the best cigars, and in 2014, the Serie V Melanio Figurado was crowned as #1 cigar in the world. The Serie V Melanio is known for its rich, big notes of leather framed by a range of coffee, caramel, and woody intonations. So always ask for Oliva, an unbeatable value and uncompromising quality.
I can barely remember, but my first time was on my boat. Winning! My first time was in the locker room at the gym after a grueling workout. My first time was on a cool, crisp morning right on the 18th hole. Everyone remembers the first time they had Hex. Hex cigars are the perfect balance of body and flavor that will have you reminiscing long after the embers have gone out. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer today, because you will always remember the first time you had Hex.
Monitor 3 humidors at once from one simple device. Caring for your cigars is easy with the new PuroTemp wireless hygrometer from Zycar. You now have the ability to monitor the humidity and temperature in 3 humidors without even having to open them. Ensure protection by setting simple alerts that will warn you when your cigars are not in the optimal environment. Like everything Zycar, this is backed by their lifetime warranty. Stop by your local tobacconist to purchase yours today. Zycar, for life.
To affinity and beyond. That is where Affinity Cigars will take you. These mild to medium cigars use only the finest select high-grade Ecuadorian Connecticut tobacco, creating a cigar that delivers a smooth, rich, creamy smoke with the gentleness of a mother's touch. Affinity Cigars have become America's go-to cigar for that flavorful yet unintimidating smoking experience. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram, too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I am Adam K., the Brewmeister. With me, Honest Abe, and KMA's Mistress of the Morning, Erica.
It just doesn't sound good when he says it, does it? Mistress of the Morning. That kind of like somebody. That sounds like somebody gets paid
it's
hourly.
Supposed to be like KMA's,
you know,
mistress of
yes.
morning radio, not mistress of the morning.
Right, it's the mistress.
Stepped out of the
of
red
morning
light
radio.
He's got to say it more sultry.
Right.
Hey. Sorry.
That's it. We're gonna have to record it.
Maybe I should just do the rejoiners. Yeah.
Why don't you do it in your girl voice, like when we have a girl in the studio and you're like, "Hi, how are you?"
My name's Adam. Yes.
What's going on?
Yeah, I am a girl. In case you didn't
pretend
notice,
you're hitting on her the way you do.
KMA's morning mistress.
He's morning with
mistress
of
morning
radio.
We did that just to mess with you.
Of course, I was involved in the picking.
He's having a bad morning. A little tongue-tied.
Having a bad life.
It's no. Stop.
Well, I mean, but that's a constant.
Yeah.
You know, you should be used to that.
Yeah.
It's the morning.
Can't throw that on today. Come on.
No. Anyway, let's see this week. What's the scoop with Coop?
What's my theme music?
The Scoop with Coop. Breaking industry news. Hear it first on KMA Talk Radio and cigar-coop.com.
On the line from the flats of Charlotte, Cigar Coop himself, Will Cooper. Will, what's happening, buddy?
Good morning, Adam. Good morning, Abe and Erica.
Good morning, Coop.
Good morning, Coop. Can you say the mistress of morning radio?
The mistress of morning radio.
See, wasn't that hard? Look, you and Coop can do it.
Coop,
I'll work on that.
Coop, I need to personally
It's a
apologize.
way to make you think of me all week while you practice my name.
I think of you all week.
Aw.
Wow. All right. Coop, I need to
I'm
apologize.
going to
It's
leave
Paul.
now and leave you guys to space.
I'm so sorry I didn't get to see you while I was in Charlotte, but I'll be back. So.
No, that's okay.
Can you tell
But
everybody
just
why?
to clarify one thing, Paul, I'm available anytime after 8 a.m.
Oh, I thought you
funny.
meant 8 a.m. on Sunday. I was like,
I had to take care of those kittens.
You know, Coop did text me. He was emotionally crushed. You guys weren't able to hook up.
Yeah.
I know.
He tried to friend request me on Facebook just so
Paul's
he could
like
share
wondering
that
I'm
with me.
serious or not. Look at no, dude. He really could care less.
I was waiting to Abe gets calls all the time complaining about me, so you never know. You never know what's true or not. Coop and I are tight. We got it. We're good.
You got this.
I'll be up
Cool.
there.
He's a New Yorker. He's a New Yorker, Paul. He's one of. Yep.
Exactly. We
Another
have that
one.
bond.
Shall we leave you two alone as well?
Hey, Coop, have you ever met Craig Reynolds? Have you ever talked to him?
I haven't. He was. And that was
Thought
a
all New
very.
Yorkers knew each other.
He was very. How can I put it? He was very candid in that interview. You know, it was I didn't kind of expect that from a Craig Reynolds. You know, just kind of being more in the executive level of the cigar industry. That was a very candid interview.
I'm telling you, from the first day I met him, because you know, the first time I met him, I was seeking him out. I'd never met him before. Within 30 seconds, you just realize how down to earth he really is. Just honestly, down to earth.
It's very calm,
very
too.
calm.
For all of that,
because
he's responsible for, he's very just, take it as it comes.
Even in as many years I've had in the industry, when I meet people at this level, most of the times, you're a little on guard, careful what you want to say, what you want to. I mean, I started talking to him like I've been friends with him for like 10 years. I mean, he's just real down to earth.
Which is nice.
I'm glad we have him on.
Good people.
And he texted me. He enjoyed it, Paul. We got to get him on again next year. We barely scratched the surface.
I talked to him. I said, next time you're in Florida, let us know, and we'd love to have you in, as our guest.
We could do a whole show with a guy like Craig.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, he was great.
110%. Coop, what's the news this week?
Well, it was interesting. It was a slow week, I was telling Paul, because of the hurricane, in that most of the companies based in South Florida were shut for part or all of the week because of the hurricane. So there wasn't a lot of orders being taken. There weren't a lot of products being shipped. I think some of the companies towards the middle to the end of the week seemed to get back into the rhythm. I do know La Florida Minicano was actually closed for the whole week.
Yep.
They said they sustained some sort of damage, but it wasn't like terrible, other than they had to keep the office closed for the week.
There was a lot of that and a lot of power outages, and I know this really doesn't. Well, anyway, keep going. I'll come back to that. I don't want to cut you off.
If you don't have power, you can't run your office or your operation.
Yeah.
Or, I know Rocky Patel, for example, they had to put the backup generators on they're in Naples.
Yeah.
And their warehouse, they had to keep the humidity going in the warehouse, so they had backup generators going, and to maintain
It's
the cigars.
amazing. I mean, I that's what I was going to say. I mean, I'm a Florida native, and this is the first time. I know I was younger before, but I was through Hurricane
You're
Andrew.
still young.
I know. Oh, thanks. That's why I come here.
Not
for the cute names.
I'll leave you guys alone. I'll be in
But
the
what I
hallway.
wanted to say
Well, you know,
was
they say two's company.
Yeah.
that you know,
Three's a
living in
marketing
Florida,
ploy.
everything shutting down like a whole week before
Everybody-
the storm even
the-
got here.
how
Like
about-
no
how
gas,
about
no
schools too?
everything.
Schools shut down the week of and the week after.
7 days the kids have been out of school.
Yeah.
7. I mean, that's crazy right at the beginning of the year, but I've just never seen anything like this. The gas scare, everything was gone. The roads were blocked.
One word: media.
Yeah, well, no.
That's what it is.
No, and I'm
Media.
in it, and I love the
Media.
media, but that's the part that just gets me. It's like just so much. Anyway, sorry, Coop. I didn't want to cut you off, but I really wanted to say that because I was so amazed. by
No.
it.
I mean, believe me, in Charlotte, there was a panic in Charlotte prior to the hurricane because originally they thought the thing was going to veer a little more east.
Yes.
And they all talk about Hurricane Hugo, which was a huge hurricane that came in '89. I'm telling you, you could not get water towards the end of the last week.
Listen,
before that hurricane.
That was like the
You couldn't get water.
Tuesday before the Monday that the hurricane actually made landfall. The water was gone, just gone. Everywhere you went, there was no water. Food shelves totally empty. I mean, it was crass. What I'm saying, I've never seen anything like it at all, and I've been through many hurricane scares and hurricanes. So, I just wanted to share that point of view.
So, Coop, there was actually some interesting things on the FDA front this week that came out, thanks to Congress actually doing something for once.
This is a big deal. So we've been talking, or you probably heard about the House Appropriations Bill, which basically is used to fund the government, and things that are funded are the FDA. And earlier this year, there was some language put into the appropriations bill that called for a premium cigar exemption as well as a predicate date change. Now, that's not the first time that's happened. It's made it on last year, but last year it didn't get to a vote. This year, it got to a vote, and it actually passed, which is the good news. It passed 211 to 198 through the House, which is great news. That's the first time anything's passed in Congress, where there's been language such for the premium cigar industry. Now, that's the good news, but there's a road ahead because there's a Senate appropriations bill that's going to have to be passed. And right now, that language is not on the Senate bill.
Then what's the point of the House bill? I mean, it's like a joke.
Yeah, well.
I mean, why is there a House bill? It doesn't matter what they voted on because there's got to be a Senate bill. I mean, I don't get it.
Okay, so this is what I understood. I kind of texted with Glenn Loop back and forth. There is basically going to be a process. Let's say the Senate bill passes. Then what they have to do is they have to kind of reconcile those at that point. And it kind of goes into this, what I would say is kind of this give and take, so to speak. And this is where they call it it goes through a congressional committee where they both put amendments on this thing, where they get the bills the same. So what could happen is, it's possible that there could be an agreement on the Senate bill to amend it, right? But it's also possible they pull it off the House bill. And that's going to be the big challenge over the next few weeks, is to see when that happens. And they have till December 8th to do that.
And if not, it all goes back to the drawing board and it falls away. But
but now it's only good to fund for 1 year. So if let's say it passes and by some miracle it passes and it goes to the president and it passes, it will be for 1 year, which I think that will set off a real interesting dynamic in the cigar industry because they'll have to go back to the next fiscal year and do it all over again.
Unbelievable. Now, just to be clear now, if we do get the exemption, then the predicate date movement is moot, yes? Moot.
Yeah, and the reason why they have both of them in there is because, again, when it gets into this kind of compromise area where they have to kind of give and take between the two bills, let's say the exemption falls through, they could still fall back on the predicate date change.
Right.
So it was put in there for a little extra insurance, but if there's an exemption, the predicate date thing is mute.
They're hedging their bets.
we're also going to talk to Glenn Loop next week on KMA Talk Radio, so we will...
Actually, Glenn just called, and he has a big meeting on Saturday next week. So he was calling to tell us that he cannot, but he will be calling in on the 30th of September with more updates, and he'll have updates after his meeting next week. He sits on a board, so he said there's a big meeting, so he apologizes, but he will call in on the 30th.
Okay, so we will talk to
2
Glenn
weeks.
in 2 weeks
Yeah.
about all the things that are going on and about the House Appropriations Bill and the movement forward and what's next in the continual fight to keep your rights to smoke a cigar as a normal person.
Yeah.
And just to be able to decide what to do for yourself. Coop, what else is going on in the news this week?
Actually, there was one bit of product news this week. Altadis is bringing back the Trinidad brand. So what's interesting about this is Rafael Nadal's...
Really?
Yeah, this
brand that never goes away.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried to
Rafael Nadal's
revitalize that
project
brand
with
a few
Altadis,
times.
and it's called the Trinidad Santiago, and that's because it's being made in Santiago in the Dominican Republic as opposed to La Romana, which is where most of Altadis products goes or is made. And Raul's working with his Hochi Blanco Tabacalera Palmer to produce this cigar.
No.
So, this is the first new Trinidad regular release in 5 years.
Well, but it's also probably the 6th or 7th Trinidad variation. So, and I'll be honest with you, in my opinion, as far as I'm concerned, they haven't hit a successful one yet. So hopefully this one with
Rafael.
It'll do it, because I mean the last one. What was the last one with the weird black box?
Yeah, or it wasn't the
Paradox.
Oh gosh!
Yeah.
Wow,
from
it's quite a response,
Oh,
guys.
from the cigar to the packaging, it was just awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Wow.
Yeah, they went back to a classic. The Paradox, they were trying to go for that contemporary. That was when a lot of companies were doing that contemporary look.
That wasn't even
now
contemporary.
With the
That was
Santiago,
like,
it's more back to the classic Trinidad packaging that I think folks are used to.
that wasn't even contemporary. That was like Space Invaders, look. It was just weird.
That's really a good way to put it. It really was.
It reminded me of Space Invaders.
It really
like
was
Space Invaders on Atari. That's the whole
was a
packaging.
Space Invader.
That's exactly what it looked like. The green,
Yeah.
The little spaceman on that.
Right? Weird fonts and everything. It's just weird.
Oh, yeah. So, Coop, what's coming up this week on cigar-coop.com?
Definitely, we're getting into a lot of the swing of the reviews. I'm going to be reviewing one of the Camacho BXP cigars this week. Yep, I have also one of Hochi Blanco cigars, La Galera Maduro, coming up. And then the following week will be Steve Saka's Todos Los Dias is on the docket.
Nice.
I'm interested to hear about what you think of that one.
I agree. I'd like to see what Scoop has to say about those.
Yeah,
Good
very
stuff.
nice. Well, Coop, thank you as always for a pleasure. Stay dry out, and I'm sure we will talk to you next week.
Yes, we will.
Thanks, everyone.
Be
Bye,
good, buddy.
Coop.
Make sure you check out cigar-coop.com for the latest reviews, news, and information about the great world of the cigar industry. All right, we're going to stop, drop, and roll into the final segment of the show.
Woo! That's what I'm talking
drop,
about.
and roll.
Yes.
That was nice, right?
It was.
It was different.
It was.
Yeah. It was different.
And we will see this week who belongs in a cigar insane asylum. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
This is Eric Espinoza, and over the years, many cigar aficionados have enjoyed my highly rated brands, 601, Murcielago. In the spirit of continuing improvement, I have purchased my own factory, La Zona, in rich and fertile tobacco region of Esteli, Nicaragua. After almost 2 decades in the cigar industry, I have created a brand I finally feel is worthy of my name. Espinoza cigars are made with only the finest tobaccos, hand-selected and aged to perfection. Our cigars are bold in flavor, yet refined to the palate. For more information, visit EspinozaCigars.com.
I could barely remember, but my first time was on my boat. Winning! My first time was in the locker room at the gym after a grueling workout. My first time was on a cool, crisp morning right on the 18th hole. Everyone remembers the first time they had Hex. Hex cigars are the perfect balance of body and flavor that will have you reminiscing long after the embers have gone out. Visit SindicatoCigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer today, because you will always remember the first time you had Hex.
Sereno Royale Cigars, created at the La Corona Cigar Factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. Each artfully crafted blend comes to life under the watchful eye of master blender Omar Gonzalez Aleman and industry veteran Anthony Sereno. A combination of hand-selected tobaccos from the fertile soils of Esteli and Jalapa are aged for over 5 years and then draped with a luxurious wrapper leaf. A post-roll aging process of 2 additional years brings you an endlessly complex and balanced experience. Visit our website at serenocigars.com.
If you had to pack a go bag, what would go in it?
For Pepe Mendez, it was his rare Pilotico tobacco seeds, which he personally carried to the Dominican Republic half a century ago. In tribute, we introduced the Monte Cristo Pilotico Pepe Mendez, a robust cigar with nutty, leathery notes and a slow burn that marks the rebirth of a golden age. Try the new Monte Cristo at your local cigar lounge, and you may want to pack one to go too. Surgeon General warning, tobacco smoke increases the risk of lung cancer and heart disease even in non-smokers.
Quality and value are always the two biggest determining factors for consumers when making buying decisions. Casa Bella by Sindicato Cigars offers superior flavor, quality construction, and an affordable everyday price. Completely handmade in the Dominican Republic, these value-priced, smooth yet flavorful cigars are comprised of Dominican and Nicaraguan filler tobaccos, and they're available in natural and Maduro wrappers. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Casa Bella cigars.
Hey, fools, how about a game of cutthroat?
It's your funeral.
That's my kind of game. Arnold, I hope your pool playing is better than your choice of cigars.
What do you mean?
Wow, tough crowd. Here, try this Recluse cigar. You're gonna need all the help you can get.
Don't be stingy. Let me get one of those.
Recluse. Wow, that's a good smoke. Now I can bring my A game.
I think you should stick with that Recluse cigar and work on your B game, because you don't have an A game. And I know a little something about games. Boom.
Ooh, that's cold.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only non-profit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in Palm Beach Gardens. I'm Adam K., the Brewmeister. With me, of course, Honest Abe.
I could almost say afternoon.
Almost.
Good morning still.
It is not
10 more
afternoon
minutes.
yet.
Not yet.
No.
Almost.
And KMA's morning mistress of radio, Erica.
Mistress
of morning radio.
Why can't everybody in the
All
world
right,
get
new
this
plan.
but you?
Record it. Hit play.
KMA's
Only you can do that. Make a
very
hot
own
button for it, okay?
Mistress.
We don't have that kind of
of
technology
morning
here.
Radio.
Yes, we do.
And speaking of mistress of morning radio, Paul, I think you have an announcement, yeah?
That's right. For everyone out there in Radio Land, we've kind of avoided the topic a little bit, but
I don't think we avoided it. We're just waiting for the right moment.
Waiting for the right moment. You're right.
Avoiding is not a good
when we're all here.
Yes.
When we were all here together as a family to announce that
I'm going. Where am I going?
I'm in suspense. I don't know what's happening
here. I don't even know what's going on either.
I'm so confused.
The mistress of morning radio, Erica Danielle, is an official cast member of KMA Talk Radio.
Woo!
Yes.
Welcome aboard.
The audition,
Thank you.
The audition period was actually over a while ago. None of us were all here at the same time because we all wanted to be here together.
Everybody just wanted to take vacations.
Yes.
And there has been
But I was here, guys.
There has been some speculation, and Lady M decided to move on, and we're still very good friends with her.
Yes,
She's still a very good friend of the show.
We actually ran into her last night.
We saw
she
her.
said, please, anytime you guys need a guest host, she'd love to hop back on. Yep.
I'll have to meet her.
Yes.
I never got a chance.
She wanted to meet
She
you
wanted
yesterday.
me. She actually came during when we would normally have our pre-show meeting, but Mr. Paul over there had to make everybody change their schedules to accommodate him not having a job yesterday.
No, actually, I changed it to try and get Erica there.
Yes.
And last second, she couldn't make it.
I did. I worked
Dang
for
it.
Legends Radio
I
as well,
thought-
and so
I thought it was
couldn't
for-
get
I
out.
thought we were accommodating Paul.
No. I mean, you kind of were. Don't put it all on me. I mean,
No,
there
he said
is
he had
truth
no-
there.
he said he had no
He did
office
have
to work
the
in.
availability and the freedom, but
Yeah.
he did try to do it because I couldn't get there, and we
She
couldn't
had
do
a
it
show
Thursday
last
night,
night and she wasn't going to be able to make it, so I was
Yeah.
like, well, I'm not working, so if you guys are available earlier, let's do earlier. And then
Showtime.
when I pulled up into the parking lot, she said, I still don't have what I need at work, and I can't leave.
I couldn't leave.
So
I had something that had to air at 4:50, and I was waiting for the guy to send it in, so I couldn't leave until that was done.
Well, we're glad to have you on the show.
Thank you. I'm
Both
so
of you.
excited.
You know, sure.
Yay! I know.
Thank you. Thank
wait,
you. Thank
wait,
you.
and a shirt.
I got it.
You can't say it when I'm not paying attention. And you too.
I wasn't sure
And you, and you.
if I should have clapped, if I should
Oh,
have
yeah.
applauded, or if I
That
should
was
just be
well,
like,
right there, slid it right in.
Yeah, you did. It was smooth.
Adam
I
just
expect
loves sitting
nothing
across from you.
less.
All right.
let's see
That
this
time,
week who
right.
belongs in a Cigar
Thank
Insane
you, Paul.
Asylum.
Welcome to the Cigar Asylum,
Did you know I'm utterly insane? We all go a little mad sometimes.
where logic and reason cease to exist.
This week on the Cigar Insane Asylum, brought to you by CLE and Asylum Cigars.
We have a double whammy this week.
Ooh.
Yep. This
Yeah.
week we're inducting not one, but two deserving people into the Cigar Insane Asylum. 21-year-old Joseph McInnes, the third.
The third.
Got to get that in there.
The third.
Because the second and first will be upset.
Yes,
Yes.
they will. They don't want to be tied to this.
Yes. Obviously, there was some form of intellectual degrading,
right.
as time went by. And 22-year-old Tyree McCoy, the first.
The first.
That we know of.
He's just
Yes.
starting to trend off right. Maybe they'll go the
Yes.
opposite direction.
Decided to rob a Baltimore pub, a very popular Baltimore pub. And if you're going to rob something, why not a pub?
Yeah, that's
All right? Figure everybody's laid back, drunk, shouldn't have too many problems, right? They went in armed with guns and masks, entered and demanded all the money from the carry-out counter of the pub. I guess they have a carry-out where they buy booze and leave.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
So-
no, food, too, like pub
okay.
food.
So, unfortunately for them, not
Pub
only...
food.
Here's the good part. Unfortunately, not only is there a police precinct right across the street from this pub,
Oh, jeez.
okay, but the pub was actually filled with off-duty officers celebrating the retirement of Sergeant David Norral. So whoever did the surveillance
in the
and
reconnaissance,
reconnaissance, yeah,
it failed to mention that one part that this is a police bar.
It is.
So as the whole room of
Yeah.
off-duty officers witnessed the robbery, as soon as they left, they immediately chased McInnes III and McCoy I out of the building and arrested them after a very small, brief chase. Nice job, fellas. You two both,
Yeah.
without a doubt, belong in
Amen.
the Cigar
Yes.
Insane Asylum. Brought to you by our good friends at CLE and Asylum Cigars. Speaking of Asylum
So
Cigars, are
great.
we having Tom on anytime recently? We talked to him.
He was on.
Oh, he was on already.
He was on last winter.
February, maybe.
Okay.
Or,
Who do we got on next week?
Next week we have Charlie.
Oh, yeah, we're doing a Where Are They Now for our listeners out there. Charlie Tarano.
Formerly of Tarano Family
Yeah.
Cigar.
We're
He
gonna
is
see-
so excited, too.
Yeah.
I was talking to him yesterday. He's going to be a great guest.
Oh, yeah, he is. Always has been. But it
He's
should be
a-
interesting to see what he's been up to. I mean, here's another guy. Because,
What did he?
two things usually happen in the industry. I mean, and there's usually nothing in the middle. Either you find your way to get back in,
Right.
or you quietly disappear in the sunset and never be heard or seen from again.
But I heard we interviewed somebody in the very beginning. We were saying that never happens, like that somebody doesn't come back.
Well, nobody usually gets fired and stays fired. They get rehired. Somebody.
But people who actually choose to leave
Yeah,
will stay.
Look, some of them
It's
come
like
back.
it's like trading cards a lot of
Right.
times.
Okay.
But Charlie
Rocky
has
Patel gets
left.
somebody here.
Charlie has left and has not. I haven't seen him involved anywhere in the industry. So it'll be interesting to see what he's up to.
I wonder what his dad's up to too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as we've
the
seen with
brand
other
disappear?
people that have come back, they were always like, well, I'm kind of actually working on a
Right, a
little something
little
back
something.
here or helping.
Just
So we'll see what
quiet.
Charlie has to
Yeah,
say.
it'd be interesting.
Did the brand
Hi, this
stay
is
around?
Charlie Torano.
Oh, there he is.
Ah,
There's
there he
Charlie
is.
Torano.
Why did you play
Charlie
the rest of it?
Torano.
Do you have the rest of it? What
It
does
says
say?
the old show name.
Oh.
Everybody at once said, "Oh."
Hi, this is Charlie Torano from.
There you
From
go. It sounds good.
Cut him off.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting
So is
to
the
see what
brand
he's
still
doing.
around? Sorry.
Yes, it
Okay.
was acquired by Davidoff.
General Cigar.
No, General.
General.
Camacho.
Yeah.
I was confused with the
Yes,
Camacho.
it is now
Davidoff.
Tomacho.
Yes, it's acquired by General Cigar, which we now call the brand Tomacho.
Yes.
That's an inside joke because the packaging now looks so similar to the Camacho line of cigars. So
That was repackaged.
Tarano now is called Camacho.
Just internally.
Internally.
It's an inside
Well, now it's
KMA
not
joke.
internally. It's really out there
We'll let
now.
people use that for that.
Any plans this weekend? What you doing?
Yeah, I have another show tonight. Actually,
Oh.
it's one of the girls in our group, Donna. It's her birthday, so we're gonna have a big celebration.
Dance singing show?
Yeah.
You bring in the ladies?
Yeah, of course.
Bustiers,
How can I leave them
right?
at
Don't they
home?
wear bustiers?
Yes.
I gotta come for one of these shows
Yes.
one time. I'm telling you.
You really should.
We
It's
should.
a
All three
ton
of
of
us should
fun.
go. All three.
We
of us
could
should
go.
It
Yeah, I would
really
go.
is.
But
You
if you're
should.
gonna go, you gotta drink.
I'm busy.
Not-
I'll
not-
drink.
Not.
And
I'm
the
having
food is
select.
awesome,
I'm
too.
having select drinks. So
I don't care what you.
I got him.
No kitty cats.
He had a whiskey last night.
Yes. He had one.
Yeah.
I did have one.
He had one. I can only.
Yeah,
have
but one gets him like, woo.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't
He is
move.
2 feet tall. That's right.
And 26 pounds, 24 now. Lighter.
Hey.
Lighter.
All right, it's been a fantastic show this week. Special thanks to Craig Reynolds for being our Meet Your Maker
Yes.
segment.
Yes.
We will
Good to have
definitely
him on.
have him back soon because we barely scratched the surface.
Barely.
We didn't even get to the fact that he's the vice president of Hand-Rolled Cigars.
There's so much more. We could do a whole show with him next time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We may just do that. Until next week, we hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend.
Yes.
Enjoy the college football and the pro football if that's what you're into. Keep it lit.
Awarded the 2014 Nicaraguan Cigar of the Year with numerous 90-plus ratings, the Perdomo 20th Anniversary Cigar celebrates Tabacalera Perdomo's 20 years as one of Nicaragua's largest premium cigar manufacturers. Using only the highest priming tobaccos grown exclusively by the Perdomo family, the 20th Anniversary Cigar has a tremendous profile with layer upon layer of rich, elegant, complex flavors. Visit your nearest authorized tobacconist today and experience the masterful blend of these Nicaraguan puros. Now available in extremely limited edition pyramid size in sun-grown or Maduro.
The all-new Scores Palm Beach. Come be a part of the world-famous Gentlemen's Club's new look. A new year brings a new addition to South Florida. Scores Palm Beach, offering a free lunch buffet Monday through Thursday with $5 prime rib on Friday. 2-for-1 drinks till 7 p.m. Scores Palm Beach. VIP seating and second-floor skybox suites. Full liquor, full nude until 5 a.m. 3174 Lake Worth Road, just west of Congress on Lake Worth Road. For more info, call 649-2000 or at scorespalmbeach.com.
WSWN Bell.